it has to be the most intimidating part of learning flute, the dreaded embouchure hole. Many people struggle with getting their first note out, but it doesn't have to be so difficult. So let's see what you can do to make one of these sound. There are 3 things to consider when blowing into your flute: the strength of your breath, the focus of your breath, and the direction of your breath. Let's start with the strength of your breath. The flute consumes quite a lot of air, but there is a sweet spot for how hard you want to blow. Stand up tall and straight. Make sure your lungs are well supported and take in a deep breath. In and out. In and out. Not only is this useful for calming you down, it also happens to be an excellent starting point for how hard you want to blow. Just to remember, in and out. In and out. In and out. The next thing to consider is that your air needs to be focused. Take your finger and put it in front of your face. You want to blow at the very top segment of your finger precisely. This way you can feel whether or not your airstream is direct. Finally, you want to make sure that you're blowing into the right spot. In order to get a sound out, you want half of your air to go into the flute and half of it to go outside of it, meaning that you want to blow against this far edge in order to split that airstream in 2 accordingly. Okay, keeping that in mind, you now want to hold your flute to your face so that the embouchure hole is just under your lower lip. It's helpful to use a mirror to help you find the spot if you're having trouble aligning your lips just right. Make sure the flute body is going towards your right hand side. Don't cover any finger holes at this point, just rest the flute in your hands securely. Take a deep breath in and blow out, directing a focused airstream at the far edge of the embouchure hole. Hopefully after a couple of attempts that did it for you, but if you're still having trouble, here are a few extra tidbits to help. Hold the flute with your left hand in the middle, facing away from you, and your right hand off on the right hand side, facing towards you. This is actually the same way that you would hold a recorder, simply put it on its side. Hold the flute with the edge of your left pointer, your 2 thumbs and your pinky against your lips to support it. Make sure your airstream is focused. Blowing at the right speed and the right direction but without a focused enough airstream sounds like this. A mess of air. And make sure you're blowing hard enough. If you're blowing too softly, it'll sound like this. However, if you're blowing harder, you're more likely to get the note out, but it'll sound a bit more like this. If you get stuck, just stay calm, have a break, and try again later. As long as you keep going, you'll be able to get it. Just avoid falling into the pit trap where you get frustrated, and you blow harder, and harder, and harder, trying to get it to work when, well, what the flute really wants is a nice consistent stream of air. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps you, and if you did get your first note out, congratulations! In the next video, we'll be tackling finger holes, how to cover them, how to play your first octave.